George Springer, you're allowed to smile. I saw you watching that video a little bit. What was your favorite part of it?
Probably watching myself knock myself out a few times. I mean, the wall's been standing there for 150 years, and I still can't figure out how to not hit the stupid thing. But it's all good.
All right, so we had you number 18 in our top 30 list. I actually had you in the top 10, but Millar docked you a few points because of your dancing skills during the wedding.
Yeah.
I don't quite get it. I thought you had good moves. What about you?
Well, I mean, the good news about it is it was my wife's wedding, not my wedding. I was just there. So I could have as bad or as good a dance moves as I wanted. I mean, it was all right, but I think she was like the main star of that one.
100%. We're just there. It's their day. That's all good. I want to get back.
Unbelievable.
Hey, I want to get back to yesterday. 5 for 5, couple bombs with the pink bat. We got Mother's Day bat. That being said, I was a superstitious guy. You joked around, said this bat's coming to Detroit. Has the bat got there safely?
The bat's in my bat rag as we speak, along with my batting gloves that are in my back pocket. 100%, the bat's here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't care. Like, that bat stays with you for a month. If you're going to hit 10 this month and you're going to drive in 30, the pink bat stays, right?
So yeah. I mean, I honestly thought about spray painting the pink bat like kind of darker, brownish, so they couldn't tell. So it had a slight undertone of pink, but it would be brown. But I don't know if that's gonna fly. So it's in the bat rack. It's here. Hopefully, it still has a positive effect for me.
All right, George, I loved what the Astros did yesterday. There were several moms that got to partake in the first pitch ceremonies, including your mom out there, and she threw one good, solid. It didn't bounce, didn't waver, loved it. Was she admittedly a little bit nervous beforehand or what?
Well, if she wasn't, the best part about it was my dad the night before, he told her not to blow it and make sure that she doesn't bounce it. He said he doesn't care whatever you do not bounce it. I'm like, Dad, you can't just tell her that before there's gonna be 35,000 people out there. Like, it's not that easy. And she nailed it. I'm proud of her. She nailed it. And she said she wasn't nervous, which is probably a lie, but hey, you know what? It's her day. It's her day.
No doubt. She did nail it. The one I will say, though, the two guys in this picture didn't nail it. Or did one of them not know or know better than the one how to change the tire? You and Michael Brantley. I'm a big car guy, but I don't think you guys are joining a pit crew anytime soon with this little change the tire on the side. Picture will be coming right here. Who's better, though, at the tire changing part of it?
You know what? Michael say it was all him. I'm going to tell you it was all me. It was teamwork. It was absolute teamwork. But the hardest part was actually trying to figure out how to get the stupid jack to go up. It was like stuck, and we couldn't get it to go up, and then I couldn't find the tire lock key. It was a debacle. We were out there for like an hour and 15 minutes trying to change the stupid tire, but it worked because he went deep twice that game. So, I mean, it clearly shows who did the more work.
Just be honest. Why didn't one of you millionaires just call AAA? I mean, you're allowed to do that too.
Well, first of all, you have to have AAA to call it. You have to have AAA to call it. I don't have AAA. Plus, it builds your character. I mean, I was raised in the Northeast where it snows a lot. You got to change your snow tires out. I knew how to change the tire, and we went for it, and we nailed it.
Oh, I love it. That's so true, too. These days, though, you can't even find the tires. I mean, you know, that like somebody's car, everything's electronic. Sometimes you don't have the old spare tire.
This is what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm calling the Tesla dealership. Hey,
Tesla
guys.
dealership.
Hey, I'm sorry, guys. You got to roll. There's no way this 48-year-old guy that's 30 pounds overweight is changing a tire. I'm sorry.
There you go.
All right. Well, I love show Homer celebrations. You have one here. I'm going to have you explain to me when you got back to the dugout. It's just a quick one and just a hug. Right here. Just a quick one. Right. Pop, pop, pop. Talk to me.
So, I mean, I'm not really quite sure where that little shimmy that I got going on right there started. But Tony Kemp is a big fan of the hugs for homers, and you know, he wants a hug for every homer, and I'm obviously a little bit bigger than him, so it makes it fun when he gets to pick me up and hug it out after a big homer.
Okay, we know that you are extremely fashionable, but I don't know if I have to call you Georges Springer. After this, what's the idea behind this?
We were doing an HEB commercial, and somehow, some way, I got that look. I still don't even know what it is. I think I was like a poet or something, and the poem that I had to read was brutal. I was brutal, But at the end of the day, it was fun, so I had a good time with it.
Okay, before we let you go, we know you got to get going because allegedly you're a Major League Baseball player. You have to take batting practice and stuff like that.
No.
All right.
No, I get it.
Your wife, Charlize, was a star softball player at the University of Albany. Over 3 seasons, she hit 33 bombs.
What?
How often does she critique your swing?
Yes.
Oh, how much time do we have left? 'Cause
You got as much you got. Go.
you know what? There's nothing more humbling than I remember last year I popped up a 3-1 pitch and I had forgotten about it until I got in the door, walk in the door, and the first thing she says, it's not, hey, how are you? How was your day? It was, you can't miss that pitch. So it's like I'm catching it from all angles. I'm getting it from myself, from everyone in the dugout, and then we'll walk in the house. Hey, honey, how was your day? You can't miss a 3-1 pitch. So it's a nonstop. If I'm in a good spot, she helps me out. But most of the time, she tells me that I'm brutal.
That's awesome. Hey, as always, it's good catching up with you. Go hit some more show homers tonight, and we'll see you in person. We'll be doing our show live Friday at Fenway Park, so come by and say hello. Okay?
Awesome. I will. All right.
There he is.
All right, Georgia. Thanks, brother.
Georgia Springer.